was sitting in the can had healed, and suddenly it was good enough to release, and it came out inconveniently just before I was getting ready to release my second album. And that version finally saw light of day. I wasn't ever that crazy about that particular version of the song, so I recorded it again on a record called Copperhead Road a few years later. And then that version was pretty good, and we played it like that for a long time. But then just a few years ago, I was asked to record it a third time for a really great film called Brokeback Mountain. And it was, what I was asked to do was to come up with a version of it that would make sense playing on a jukebox in the 1970s. And I think that's why we finally got this right, was we were asked to set it in the decade it was actually written. That's my theory at the moment anyway. Now this song, I used to sing it and people would say, well, that's a gun control song. And I would argue with them because when I wrote this song, I had a whole trailer full of guns. Literally a trailer in Memberley, Texas. And, you know, I grew up in Texas hunting and fishing and you know, and opposed to the Vietnam War. So I didn't see anything incongruous about being, you know, like a peacenik and having long hair and an arsenal in my house. It's just the culture that I grew up in. But things change and evolve, hopefully. And I don't know, I had this, I had to kind of start my whole life over again. I had 17 years clean a couple of weeks ago. And I was handed an out-of-control 14-year-old boy. It was like his mom just said, here. You might have met him. And the first thing Justin did was, he hadn't been in the house maybe 48 hours. He found the pistol that I kept hid under my mattress. And my home protection piece, as it were. And he hid it and would not tell me where it was. Wouldn't even admit that he had it. And I was terrified. I did not know what to do. You're not doing your best parenting at 4.5 months clean. So I didn't know what else to do. So the only scheme I could come up with was to make sure he was where the gun wasn't. So I called my brother, because he was already bigger than me. And you know, he came over and we strip searched him, made sure he did not have the gun. And then we wrestled him into the car. It was sort of like trying to wrestle a live deer into your trunk, because he was already 6'4" and about as big around as this microphone stand and strong as an ox. And we drove him out to this wilderness camp, as they called it, out in Hickman County. And I'm not, you know, not proud of that. I'm pretty sure they were using these kids for slave labor and renting them out to the state. I'm almost positive of that. But I didn't know what else to do, so I dropped him off and I wrote him a check. Now, you know, it was January, so 4 o'clock the next morning, he called me and told me where the fucking gun was. And for my part, I haven't had a gun in my house since. Now, some people would call that flip-flopping, or I call it having a profound experience and changing the way that you do things. So now when I sing the song, it's a fucking gun control song.